Okay, so probably don't want booster on. In which case I can close that. This observer mode looks really weird. Is there even options on it for like anything? Anyways, I didn't really see what they said. You can't even like look at options on the top bar anymore. I don't even know how to click it. Maybe escape. Okay, so what do we have here? Top right spawn, we got BurrowRush, our newcomer. He's been trying to dodge, but we finally talked him into playing. And he will be playing a human. And it looks like he has a fairly normal opener so far. And on the other side, our champion of the last like four? I think 4 gauntlets or something. Is Air, and he is playing the elf, playing the demon hunter, the archers. Fairly standard stuff. We have usually been seeing this from him until the point where he's like ahead or like already won, and then he does like some tavern hero stuff. But yeah. Anyway, I think the big thing here is to see how BurrowRush wants to play it, right? We already know how Air is going to play for the most part. But how is BurrowRush going to combat that? Is he going to fight him head on? Is he going to take it slow and tech? Is he going to expand? There's a lot of options for human. And it all comes down to a bit of like playstyle. Also, I honestly hate this observer mode. I think it looks kind of trash. Just saying, by the way. Like, why is it when I click on a hero, it looks so mediocre? I wanna see the hero picture and their items properly and stuff like that. Alright, anyways. Oh my god, this is... BurrowRush went Tavern Hero? Didn't he have like a late or an early altar or something? And he had an Archmage finish? What's even happening? It's like an instant push with a panda. This is crazy. We'll see how it goes though. Immolation will do quite good against the footman early. But what can BurrowRush get done here? He's got peasants coming over. 5 peasants, but they're not even in militia form. BurrowRush. What is this? Okay, he's going for some wisps now. A lot of wisps are low. Panda is a very weird choice though. But I guess it's not the worst since there is no mana burn. Okay, peasants getting focused. Nice little micro there, but still going to die. DH is taking quite a bit of damage now and out of mana. The key thing here is that the DH being out of mana means that these Moonwells are not going to heal very well, but he does reach level 2. That will get his stats up a bit. DH not looking too bad. Nice micro by BurrowRush though to put these footmen on the archers. That's always key here. Panda hitting the DH is also huge. But we need a little bit more repair. He needs to keep the tower alive. Needs to get a footman or the panda back on the DH. You can't let the DH just run free like this when he's so low health. And honestly, it's kind of looking bad for BurrowRush. I'm curious as to why he went panda and not like Naga if you're gonna do this. Let alone why he made his altar early. But we'll see if he can still do something out of this. I mean, Air's not completely won it for per se, because he has a late Hunter's Haul. He has somewhat low healing. And the DH is low health, but it definitely looks better for Air. Okay, and BurrowRush is just going to commit to it, so We got second barracks, more footmen. I think the key here for BurrowRush is to hit the proper timing. He needs to maybe creep like one camp. Ideally, if he has defend already, he can like creep this. Oh, he went for a hotkey instead of just clicking it. I don't even know what the hotkey for Nagas to see which is, because I press G for it because I purposely switched it from whatever it was before. Yeah, Panda is in.
Player's forces are under attack.
It looks like he did want the Naga Sea Witch, but Panda it is. And like I said, I think BurrowRush still has a chance, but he needs to hit a timing here really quick. And we got Lore and Wind coming for Air, which is a very interesting choice. But yeah, how does the, oh my god. The FoM overlay doesn't even fit properly with this observer mode. I could maybe adjust it a little. That's the wrong one. But yeah, I honestly think this observer mode is kind of trash. Anyways, let's see what BurrowRush can do. This Panda not looking too strong here. Only just now reached level 2. And he really needs to heal up and go, but Air's already level 3. And he's got enough healing for his DH. I think this is just going to be rough for Burrow. Because he's still tier 1. He's just massing footmen. But this mass footman is like way too late. Trying to go for his round here, but honestly, he still needs to just back off and heal. He hasn't bought any items. He has Mana Potion, Gloves of Haste. Pops the regen scroll now. But yeah, you need to go. He's healed, you need to go. Sell gloves, buy another item, and go. Go, 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 go. Call the boys. All of this is just delay. That's all Air wants to do is just delay it. Like, you just need to go. Okay, we got a surround on the Naga. Naga will be dying here, I believe. Unless the TP is passed. TP is passed, but let's TP down, and the DH, Breath of Fire. Close. If BurrowRush had managed to get 3 quicker, Breath of Fire could have actually killed. But that honestly wasn't bad. TP is gone. Moonwells are fairly drained, but the DH is going to be able to heal off this last Moonwell. We have a Protector coming up. Talons are also going to be a huge problem. The key here for BurrowRush is to just stall out long enough, not get mana burned, and have towers come up. Yeah, this is good. If you can just get this around and kill him. Oh, okay, or not. This is now bad. Now the DH is doing whatever he wants while taking no damage. I think it was actually better to just surround the DH and kill him. Like, take the damage. BurrowRush did not buy another regen scroll, however, so that is not ideal. And he only has a few footmen on the DH, even though the DH is out of mana already. He can afford to put more on there. And the Panda not being level 3 is a huge problem, but the footmen are getting some okay connections. However, they're hitting the Naga now. Can they actually kill the Naga, or would it have been better to go for the archers? BurrowRush doing a lot of damage, and there's not much healing left for Air. Both heroes are quite low. Footmen are getting kind of wrecked by the Talons, though. Ooh, but we could see a big Breath of Fire. Ooh, huge damage. But the Panda needs to watch out. Panda trying to run away. BurrowRush taking out quite a lot, but Air's surviving, and BurrowRush is running out of units. Next breath is huge! Everything's so weak. BurrowRush just needs a little more than what he has, though, and oh, but he has more mana. He has more mana. Okay, but the Panda is is gone. And it looks like Air will probably be taking this first game. There's only one tower finished. The other one's not even that close to finished. I think if BurrowRush had focused a little bit better there, like honestly just put a little bit more damage on the heroes in particular, I think he would have won. Or if he had like bought a regen scroll to pop mid-fight. Because after the immolation's gone, popping the regen scroll is pretty good. Okay. Well, I guess we're stuck with this observer mode again. This is the worst observer mode I've ever seen in my entire life. Like, the fact that they have this bar on the bottom right corner is just so bad. I don't want to look to the bottom right corner every time I want to see the important stuff, and then have to look to the opposite corner or the middle of the screen to see the other important stuff. It was just so much better in the center. Like honestly, this whole bar at the bottom should just all be in the center. It should be like mini map here, production thing that I'm clicked on or whatever here, and then you know, items here or whatever. I don't know. It's so bad. But this is what we got for game 2 as well, I guess. I can't even update score properly with this either, right? Because if I turn on booster probably looks like it just doesn't fit with this. But yeah, score is currently blue 1-0. BurrowRush also once again making his altar fairly early, queuing up a hero and then canceling it, and he's going to cancel it again. He's going for the tavern hero again, so it might actually be the Naga tower push this time, and that could be a bit better here. Air has a very bad creep start so far. His Ancient War hasn't been able to attack much. His archer took a tiny bit of damage and has not been able to attack. So this is all beneficial for BurrowRush so far, but Air will finish this before Burrow gets there. And some reason Burrow only has 2 footmen with this build. Build the barracks first if you're gonna go tavern hero. Oh no, and he took damage right away on the Naga. Oh my god. Focus fire with frost. Okay, I'm just gonna watch the game, cast the game. We do have some good damage coming in. This Naga tower push is actually very strong against Demon Hunter. And the DH, the goal for the DH here is just to kind of focus the Naga down with mana burn. And the goal for the Naga is just to run whenever the DH is focusing you. Block with footmen if you can, and then turn back on the DH when he turns back. This push is looking much better though. BurrowRush's push much better without the panda. Look at the DH is dead. It's not game over though for Air. He will have a second Ancient War coming. He has some archers built up, but one archer is blocked here and stuck. Another one just going to have to hide there. Looks like he didn't actually want mana burn. I don't hate mana burn against this though. Immolation might potentially be better, but I'm not sure. Because generally you're just going to run from the DH anyways, and then focus him when he turns back from your hero. But it's looking good for BurrowRush. He might actually be able to do something, but the DH is back. Mana burn comes out. BurrowRush out of mana. Towers are coming up. One guard tower is finished. The peasants trying to repair here, and they will be able to repair. Ancient War getting uprooted, trying to come over, but this tower is also looking to be finishing up as well, and BurrowRush in a good spot here. Just needs to keep his Naga alive And slowly but surely this tower will whittle down the Demon Hunter. We do have a few Moonwells here. We have another Ancient War coming up. Oh, this one actually got canceled or killed. And BurrowRush, a lot of weak footmen coming in to attack the archers. The DH is going to fall again. Is there a TP? Can he get to the Moonwells? He gets to the Moonwells, but he's a little bit low still on health. One more Moonwell here. Should be able to heal him up. Oh, but he doesn't get it. And the tower rush works. Quick game. But this time, the Naga tower push was a lot stronger. Here. Go. Okay, hopefully booster loads up. Hopefully everything's fine. Is this booster working? I don't think booster's working, right? It's over, dude. Let me reload booster and hopefully it'll work. Hopefully it's not a case where I have to restart the game to get booster to work after the others. Well, it doesn't look like booster's loading, but hopefully it loads. I don't know. Either way, I find it's easier to see what I'm looking at. Oh my god. What was BurrowRush building? I didn't see what this was. Was this a lumber mill or a second barracks? But honestly, this is finally the right altar timing. Like, he's been building his altar way too soon every game. And we actually have Tavern Hero for blue. This is a decent play against the early tower pushes. But it can be rough against, you know, if there's just no tower push, or if it's a later tower push with like defend, sometimes that can be good. Yeah, BurrowRush talking about, oh, he threw a game, he went mana burn instead of or whatever. He didn't TP when he had one more Moonwell or whatever. What are you talking about, BurrowRush? You went Panda first game. You screwed up your building here in the third game. I don't know, dude. Who's the one who's really throwing here? But yeah, BurrowRush once again, only 2 footmen. Very late barracks. Someone needs to tell him. Oh my god, it's Dark Ranger against Firelord. Incinerate. It is going to be Firelord Incinerate. And honestly, with this block, this is a lot of damage coming in. As long as the Firelord always attacks the Dark Ranger through this whole push, like, Firelord should be pretty strong here. But he needs to be careful. Don't want to get these peasants caught by the creeps. Decent job not really taking damage, but he does get one ensnared. But the problem is he's against 3 archers. And he has no footmen. There's no footmen! Because he doesn't do the tavern build properly. Meanwhile, blue already has 4 archers. And these archers are going to quickly take out the tower later. What can BurrowRush do? Where's his footman? Oh my god. BurrowRush already gets his tower canceled and has to run away. Skeleton on the field. BurrowRush. What are you doing, dude? Adapt. Overcome. Okay, this one's looking very bad for BurrowRush. This is a situation where if you're not familiar with these tower pushes, sometimes you have to hit a different timing. Like, if your opponent has this many archers, if your footmen are late, you know, they're doing Tavern Hero build, sometimes these tower pushes aren't the right call. Also, Lava Spawn probably would have been better against a Tavern Hero like this. Air going for a very greedy camp and actually taking a lot of damage on the Dark Ranger, but he will be fine. And BurrowRush is just going to full commit to it. It can still work. Defend footies will be pretty strong, but this is definitely not ideal. He doesn't even have his lumber mill yet. BurrowRush in a rough spot. What do we got? Boots, Circlet, TP sold. Creep's woken up. Archer's getting ensnared, but not really getting attacked.
A player's forces are under attack.
And air, if he gets something like Roar Scroll, it could be huge. Could be huge for him. His Wand of Mana stealing, which is not good at all, really. And BurrowRush getting some damage in, but he's very exposed. Gets one archer, but runs away with 50 health. Less than 50 health. Where's he gonna go? Is he gonna sacrifice the Fire Lord? He might even get smacked by the Ancient War. BurrowRush, where are you running? Honestly, sacrificing the Fire Lord's probably the right call here. And just rebuilding it. But he's gonna go for the Vault instead. The Vault is, by the way, 100 gold for a regen scroll, 130 for the Vault, a little bit of wood as well as the build time, and it only heals like 200 something, right? Whereas an Altar Revive is 170 and you're full health. So I wouldn't have hated him to just sacrifice the Fire Lord and rebuild it. But this isn't bad if he's going to creep like this, right? Because now his footmen are going to be taking a little bit of damage. He's going to get regen scroll value on multiple other things, assuming he remembers this footman as well. And we have level 2. That's another thing. He's able to creep a little in the meantime. And here we go. But I don't think he's remembering this footman. And he bought he bought 2 clarities just for Incinerate. I hope he has something else to use mana on. Sadly, booster is not working properly. I have to probably restart the game or something. But yeah, we'll see what he has. Okay, looks like BurrowRush gets another Gloves of Haste. That's a lot of attack speed, by the way. Not too bad with Incinerate, being able to just stack Incinerate real quick. And it's actually going to be a push by air. Did he? No, he's going tier 2 now, but he actually double Ancient Award and has Huntresses against mass footmen. Air's army is pretty strong here, but if BurrowRush has like Lava Spawn and gets level 3 and doesn't lose his Fire Lord for nothing, he could be strong. But the Dark Ranger's just, oh my god, so strong here. Dark Ranger's just going to be incredibly powerful against this. We see a small exchange there with an archer dying and BurrowRush keeping most of his stuff alive, but he really needs to somehow heal. And the Dark Ranger is going aggressive here. She has greater healing and BurrowRush is gonna die. He's stuck outside of his base. He's just dead. Oh no.
Forces are under attack.
Meanwhile, blue saves his units. Dark Ranger could honestly just stay here and keep poking away if he wants. Looks like that's maybe what he's going to do. But he won't be able to do anything once the footmen just walk back anyways. Assuming Burrow does walk back. Because yeah, he can't get into the base. BurrowRush doesn't even have to fight this. Just walk into your base, bro. Or not. We got Tavern Revive. He has Clarity on him, but no regen scroll. And now his Fire Lord kind of stuck out here. And he needs to go back for a regen scroll. Footmen on their own against a lot of Huntresses. BurrowRush. How are you going to fight this many hunts when it doesn't even seem like he has Lava Spawn? Oh, nice surround there, but it's greater healing and TP. Should just TP here. Is he watching? He's not watching! Oh my. Last second TP. Probably should just pop the greater heal now. Save the Moonmouse. Potentially. And yeah, these hunts are just chewing up the footmen now. There's so many hunts. BurrowRush's attack is so late. And this tower push not going to work. I mean, he's going to try to make it work. He's going for the Dark Ranger, but there's still a greater heal. And it's used. And now Blue's Dark Ranger super healthy. Footmen are falling. Skeletons are spawning, and BurrowRush's push is just over. There's 2 Ancient Wars, there's an AP. And just not the most well thought out push there. He saw the Dark Ranger, the 3 archers, and he just went into it, but really you just need to stall against that. You need to push before the Dark Ranger hits 3, but you don't need to push right away. Just get defend first and then go. And micro away whatever footman gets focused. Loading, okay. Is booster loading? Please tell me booster is loading. It's not loading. This sucks. I probably have to like literally restart my computer or something to get booster working. Can I end task on booster and then it'll potentially work? It's annoying. Or does booster just not work anymore? Maybe booster doesn't work after the most recent patch to begin with? I think it was working at first, right? Oh, it says this version of Reforged is not yet supported. So maybe booster doesn't even work currently. It's over, dude. We got no overlay. Honestly, I probably preferred no overlay rather than the the obs mode personally, but I'm sure people probably prefer the obs mode even in that case. Let's see, what do we got here? This footman looks to be about out quicker, but he's... But did he go late altar with Blood Mage, or was this footman normal timing? I don't even remember anymore. He went late altar with Blood Mage, didn't he? I don't even know what I'm looking at, dude. I swear this altar was late.
The town is under siege.
Maybe it was on time. But is a footman normally out before the Blood Mage has even started? I don't know. I think he went like barracks and then altar and farm. Anyways, he sees the Dark Ranger, takes some damage on the footman, quite a lot of damage. That's not ideal. You definitely don't want that. But he's gonna get some creeping done. The key here is take damage on the peasants, swap them out on the mine, and then you can push with like level 2 or something. Against Dark Ranger, he could go Flame Strike, he could go Siphon Banish. Either one is okay. Banish is not as good because it just... I just feel like it's probably... I mean, maybe it's okay. Maybe... I don't know. Either one's probably fine. Let's just see what BurrowRush does. He's gonna go for the level 2 creep. No peasants getting brought this time. A little late. Okay, they are here now. Trying to get that level 2. On the other side, Air just creeping. Has a Wisp here. And he was expecting some sort of push. He has like double Ancient of War and attack. 3rd Moonwell. Lots of archers. And it might still be the push, but it is a different timing. BurrowRush has defend coming. He's got 4 footmen. And he could go now if he wants. 2nd rack's coming. Does he help power build it with 1? Yeah, I think he could have had probably another footman, but honestly, not a bad scenario. He does, however, need to defend before actually fighting, and I don't think it's going to be ready. He's probably going to fight beforehand. It might take a lot of damage. Do we see Flame Strike, or is it going to be Banish? Siphon coming in. This Dark Ranger's taking a lot of... losing a lot of his mana, but... Banish is not really the right call against a life training Dark Ranger, but it will actually be okay here now because the Dark Ranger's out of mana. So he can just limit the attacks, he can banish his own units. But you need defend. Activate. Defend is now active. BurrowRush trying to do some damage here, but the peasants are so far out of place. Where are they going, BurrowRush? Oh no. Footmen, there's a lot of footmen here though. Can he get some good connections? A lot of archers coming out too though. But without much mana on the Dark Ranger and BurrowRush being able to constantly siphon. Also it's lagging for me. I don't know if it's lagging for them. BNet by the way. BurrowRush getting some good connections though. Footmen doing a lot of damage. And for some reason BurrowRush put his towers in the worst possible place in the entire map. But he's not looking terrible. He's doing a lot of damage here. The archers are dying, the other ones are weak. However, the Ancient of Wars are right next to the towers. They can start smacking peasants. He's got one up Rouge out already. The other one here as well can eat a tree and start smacking peasants. And the Ancient of Wars might turn stuff around. And BurrowRush has a bajillion mana. He can banish the Dark Ranger till the end of time if he wants and make it never attack. Or use his mana on anything. But the footman! Oh no, you're attacking the tree! Footman, what are you doing? We got some more banish out, trying to take out the trees. BurrowRush doing a lot of damage, but also losing some stuff he really shouldn't be losing. And there's an AP coming up. The towers, we got one tower up. It is in range of 2 Moonwells. Second tower also about to finish. Banish comes out, saves the other footman. Siphon coming out, getting rid of that mana after the level up, and Dark Ranger is drained once again. But the panda is bought, the peasants are killed, and BurrowRush still has 300 mana for some reason. But towers are up, and I think the towers being up is the big thing. Now all he needs to do is get this shop, get a regen scroll, and I think he's actually fine. Because he's going to be able to take out the tower here. Oh, but he needs to be careful with his Blood Mage. BurrowRush, can you do it? There's a lot of archers on the field again now. But the Ancient Wars have died, so no production for blue. And it's going to be very difficult to take out these towers with no production. And BurrowRush wasn't able to take out the AP. Huge loss there. But I think he only lost like a footman or two. But maybe not so bad. BurrowRush still in an okay spot. He just needs more peasants. We got more militia called. He has 6 on gold, I think. That's not good. But these footmen are incredibly annoying for blue to deal with. Nice micro here. If BurrowRush can keep microing these footmen out before they turn into skellies, and then get his regen scroll up, I think he's actually okay. These Moonwells as well. Once the Moonwells die, blue's going to be supply blocked forever. We got 1 glaive on the field, but 1 glaive not going to be that huge. Tower taking quite a bit of damage. Siphon coming out on the panda. I think it's level 2 Siphon. Oh, but the AP hits the Blood Mage, cancels the regen scroll. Blood Mage still a little low health, and BurrowRush keeps getting baited. He keeps fighting out here in the range of the tower when he really just needs to kill the Moonwells. BurrowRush has got the panda quite low though, which is good. But the Dark Ranger's still poking away. She has the Slippers of Agility as well, which is pretty nice for a little bit of extra damage on her. And finally some towers in better range. We got a glaive on the field, but glaives are not actually that good here. BurrowRush has plenty of time against the glaive to just take it slow if he wants. No defend active on this footman, I think. Or no, maybe it is. The Dark Ranger's just hitting pretty hard. But balanced. BurrowRush taking out some units here. Ooh, do we see the panda going down? We do, but the Blood Mage. Blood Mage. Level 4 Blood Mage. Do we see Flame Strike finally? Or does he go level 2 Banish? He has 400 mana and never uses his spells. Passive Blood Mage, by the way. Blood Mage, the only one with mana in the game? Hello? Okay, BurrowRush just buying time to heal for now. The glaive not posing too much of a threat just yet. And BurrowRush once again gets hit and loses the regen scroll. But finally, Flame Strike, huge damage there. The glaive took a lot, but now there's multiple glaives. BurrowRush running into a bit of trouble here. Really was not able to capitalize on his good start and just finish the game. And now Blue has multiple, triple Ancient Wars. A lot of Moonwells in the back. BurrowRush taking damage from the tower, the Blood Mage. And the Footmen are all just feeding to the trees. You can't run Footmen into trees. And I think this is going to be Blue winning again with the third game, unless BurrowRush can do something to turn this around. He does have 4 towers, but I don't think Footmen are the call anymore. You need like Aeneas build a blacksmith and get rifles or something. Because yeah, you're just gonna need a bit of range, I think, against this, right? Because every time he walks his Footmen in here, they just get smacked from all the trees and he just dies. But if he gets some rifles, takes out the Moonwells, takes out the tower, and supply blocks Blue, makes it so he can only build here, I think BurrowRush can still do something. But the Blood Mage as well keeps getting hit, never gets healed up. He's got his regen scroll cancelled like 3 times. Oh, but the Panda going to fall. Is it? Is it? Panda falls, no XP rewarded though, and the Blood Mage keeps getting hit by the tower. BurrowRush. Blue doing his best to hold on. He's got multiple glaives now. Glaives are not the best at taking out guard towers because they are heavy instead of fortified. But, oh my god, BurrowRush, your Blood Mage. Heal it, please. Life Drain coming in. Huge heal gains for Blue. That was like 100 health there. BurrowRush. I think he's out of regen scrolls. Okay, he finally gets one now. Popping it for the Blood Mage, a couple Footmen, but the towers are falling. There's so many glaives. Will BurrowRush just back off here? He could back off and abandon the tower push. He's against like 3 or 4 or more glaives now, which is not actually scary, by the way. Like, human does not actually care about glaives in the long run. So he could just abandon this and be in an okay spot still. But he is tier 1, and I think that's the big problem. And he's building a 3rd barracks. What are you doing, BurrowRush? Yeah, I guess he realized. What am I looking at? What did he want to build? Was it a vault? Blacksmith? Is he gonna expand? Might be expanding here, going for level 5. I think Blood Mage hit and run with level 3 Flame Strike could still be huge, but I think he has level 2 Siphon, level 1 Flame Strike, level 1 Banish right now. So he would have to retrain. But if he like retrains to Flame Strike, like these Moonwells could die so quickly. And we're going to see an expansion. This might be an okay call, but there are hunts on the field now, so BurrowRush does need rifles if he's going to do this, I think. And he's not doing it. He's going for towers instead. Maybe mass towers can still defend, but there's so many glaives. If he can retrain to Flame Strike, honestly, he can defend against hunts and glaives still, but I don't think he's going to do it. I think he's stuck with the Banish, and the Banish is... I mean, maybe Banish is not so bad as well, as long as he uses it. He has 5 million mana, and he's going to be able to steal mana, but he has to actually cast it, and he's not doing it. No spells cast. No spells. BurrowRush, where's your spells? Air is taking over the fight. So many Footmen are falling. Skeletons on the field. Glaives are arriving now as well. The Blood Mage getting focused. Still no Banish, still no Flame Strike, and BurrowRush, I think, is going to fall here. The Blood Mage is getting hit by the glaives. Has to run away with 50 health. Not able to buy from the vault either. Panda going for the Blood Mage. BurrowRush will escape with his life, but this huge investment here is just gone. and
A player's force is
he
under attack.
pulls the flame strike on himself. And blue will take the 3-1 victory. Okay. Just this again. Yeah, seems booster's not working, so we'll try this again. I'm not a big fan of it. I don't really like the health stuff being at the bottom right corner because it's very awkward to look at. But yeah. And I think they went both random this game. And we got Elf Mirror, which is probably the thing BurrowRush wanted the least of everything in the game. I don't think BurrowRush wants to play Elf Mirror. But it is going to be against Tavern Hero, so Demon Hunter should be really good here if he is going Demon Hunter. But Burrow might be doing Keeper or something. I think he usually plays Keeper, but maybe that's just in team games that he plays Keeper, I'm not sure. But we do see Demon Hunter here. Looks like it's going to be DH Archers, which should be ideal against Tavern Hero. Now, if blue scouts properly before his hero's out, he should see it's Elfmere. And in Elfmere, there is one choice, in my opinion. And that choice is... Yeah, I told you, BurrowRush, this is like the matchup he wanted the least. There's one choice, and it's Naga Sea Witch. If you're not going Naga Sea Witch in Elfmere, I don't know what you're doing with Tavern Hero. You can go the other heroes, they're just kind of bad if you're against a demon. And we do see a demon, in fact, from Burrow. So... yeah, see what air goes. I think he's gone Dark Ranger previously in this Elfmere matchup with Tavern Hero. So we might see that here, but it's kind of bad. So Burrow should be able to punish this if he has mana burn, but he goes... Okay, I guess Pit Lord is actually the other okay-ish choice. It's not great, but you can actually do something with Pit Lord first. If your opponent gives you space to just creep, which I think is actually pretty common on Concealed Hill, usually people just creep their level 3 here. This could be vastly in blue's favor, the Pit Lord scaling very well in the long run and not needing his mana even if the DH does have mana burn. Blue, however, did not do the Tavern build properly this time. Only has 2 archers. But he has his tech timing. He has another Moonwell on the way. This is blocked, by the way, so only a small gap here to walk through. And Burrow just creeping with Immolation so far. Sees the Pit Lord now. And this could be a messy fight. We see some Ensnare, but I don't think you want to immolate that down. Yeah, BurrowRush is just going to heal at the fountain maybe for a little. And then go back and fight. What do we see? Nice hide there and waking up the creeps. Pit Lord taking a bit of damage. He buys Circlet and Dust, runs away. And where's he going to go? BurrowRush is still sticking around here, and he's going to be able to creep this real quick with Immolation. He should be able to at least get most of the camp before the Pit Lord is there. Or all of the camp, because the Pit Lord chasing the archers instead. But he does need to be a little bit careful, because the Pit Lord does have boots and dust. But I think the DH is actually fast enough that he can somewhat just run away from this. Alright, I think not a bad start for Burrow. But if Air gets his creeping done, he can still do great things with this Pit Lord. However, he's running out of camps. he has enough archers, I guess, to creep a big camp. But it is It is somewhat annoying creeping some of these camps with just a pit lord because
The player's forces are under attack.
like until he's level 3, he's not actually super powerful, right? But he is getting there. And let's see. No second skill chosen yet, but it will probably be Hal. Burrow on the other side, already level 3, but he does need to heal up a bit. Curious if he'll use the Moonwells for this. It's not too big of an investment on the archers. Or if he... Oh my god, he's actually got 5 Moonwells! Double wins, 5 Moonwells? Oh no, what am I... What is this?
Forces are under attack.
What is he going for? We have Priestess second. Is this like Talons or Hippo Riders? I think even with Hippo Riders, usually you want Priestess third. So I would assume it's maybe just like an all-in with Archer Talons. And I think that's actually not a bad play against Pit Lord. You do kind of just want to end the game before he takes off. But usually Naga Sea Witch is even better because the Frost Arrow is so good at slowing the Pit Lord down and making him have less attacks. Whereas the Priestess kind of just gives you a little bit more damage. But it's actually better to limit the Pit Lord's damage instead, I believe. And we have a Shredder picked up. Interesting choice. He was a little lowish on wood, but he doesn't actually have an expansion. He's not going tier 3 yet. So I don't know if he needed the Shredder. We got Owl first. Looks like he wants to keep tabs on his opponent. Hippo Riders are also not too bad against Pit Lord just because Pit Lord is more of an anti-ground hero with Cleave. But Hal of Terror does okay against non-magic immune units. Non-mechanical as well. I think it doesn't hit mechanical, right? But yeah, Air's just hitting a normal tier 3 timing. We got bears. He's gonna have bears pretty quickly. And what do we got here? Ancient Django. That is huge. That's probably the best item you can get for Hippo Riders. Because movement speed, aura, with mass air is just insane. Now, can BurrowRush kite properly? Because that's the key with this mass air stuff. You really need to kite properly. And a lot of the time, you'll see players just straight up fight and then they'll just lose and they'll be like, oh, this isn't actually that good. But if you kite properly with mass air is just insane
Forces are under attack.
in a lot of matchups. Yeah, we'll see what Burrow does. He is against 4 archers, 2 dryads. And now we got bears as well, but there is no orb, there's no second hero. We do have an AP coming up. I guess he's aware of the Hippo Riders. And the Pit Lord, not too great as anti-air. Oh my god, the XP bar on this overlay doesn't even show partial XP. Oh, this overlay is so bad. Oh my god, why can't booster just work? Did you see that? He was like 3.9, but it didn't show any XP at all. It's just a blank bar. Anyways, we got a fight here finally. BurrowRush should be favored in this fight, but he needs to be careful, right? Like you need to kind of hit and run. He needs a Hunter's Hall as well and an expansion, which he does not have coming. Oh, it's a Moonwell. That is not the right choice. He's bumping up to 70 food, but honestly with Hippo Riders, you want to expand. You want a Hunter's Hall so you can get marksmanship. And you just want to hit and run. Looks like he is hit and running though, so that is the right play for him. Priestess is 100 XP from 3. And the Hippo Riders should be able to do a lot of damage here. Wonders will get cancelled in time, but the Wisp is dead-toed. And all these Wisps are just gone. And this is why this sort of strategy can be so annoying if you don't just push and end. Oh, free bears? BurrowRush a little late to go for the bear. Didn't actually damage it until after it morphed. Does damage this one though, and it loses half its health, but he wants to just run away. Gets a couple mana burns off though, so the rejuve mana is a bit low. He might have to use his Moonwells a bit. No, he has just enough there. And we do have the expansion. Hunter's Hall also coming up, but it is late. He's already tier 3 without the Hunter's Hall, so marksmanship is late, but he will have it eventually. And BurrowRush might be doing something here. He has Ring of Regen that probably should be sold, but the Scroll of the Beast could be huge later when he actually takes a fight. And we got a little bit of hit and run here with the Hippos. I think he took out a Wisp. And this is obviously really annoying for the non-Hippo Rider player. I think for Air, aka Blue, getting Orb of Venom from the shop, I did get his shop cancelled, right? But he really just needs to get the shop up, he needs to get Orb, and then he just needs to push. Like, just push and trade. And hope that the fight just ends and you win. Yeah, Burrow has a lot of towers coming up, and it looks like he's aware of where Blue is going. I don't think the owl will spot, or maybe it did. He did have an owl here. But he is coming over. He will have multiple towers cancel before he gets there, but he might be able to save the third tower. But I don't think... Or actually, there's not even an Orb of Venom. BurrowRush can hide! 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 Hides just in time. Priestess is saved. And then there's no anti-air here. The anti-air is at home defending. And this is why it can be so annoying, because you want to attack with bears, but if you don't have your orbs, if you don't have multiple heroes, the Hippo Riders are just going to slowly whittle down this army. You need staff to save some of these bears. BurrowRush going to get a few kills here, and these are huge kills. He will lose the Expo, but if he can get another bear or two, honestly, it was still worth it, I would say. Because the XP is going to be huge. This DH is almost 5, probably, soon. Okay, maybe not. It will be 5 eventually, probably, soon, maybe. I don't know. We'll see. Hippo Riders, also not bad for creeping this camp. You can actually use the dismounted version, but it does suck to dismount them because they have like a 20 something or 30-second cooldown before they can remount. So keeping them in Hippo Rider form is probably best here, and that's what he's going to do. He is starting the camp, and he does have 4-3 heroes. Going to try to get that 5-3 or 5-4, which should be huge. We got Scourge Bone Chimes. So if we do ever see air versus air battles with like Hippo Bear, the Bone Chimes could be huge, but he might just sell it. Meanwhile, Blue is trying to take the other camp here and get his own level 5. He will be able to get level 5 very quickly here. He only needs a couple creeps. Meanwhile, BurrowRush needs 100 XP, 75 XP. So yeah, BurrowRush should be able to hit level 5 very quickly here. And level 5 DH is going to be huge. We do have another Expo coming up. Did he get marksmanship? He did not get marksmanship yet. Oh, it's researching right now. It's almost finished. That's going to be +4 damage. But he does need maybe Wellspring, maybe some more damage upgrades. Going for Ultra Vision, also not bad. And taking out this tower. Hippo Riders are okay at taking towers out quite quickly. And we have the Roar Scroll popped actually by Burrow. Tries to hide the bottom to block stuff. And DH level 5 Wisps taken down. BurrowRush can probably just TP here and take out the last couple of Wisps. Yeah, we see the TP now. Saves the Hippo Riders. Will this one fall? No, they are all saved. Owl on the side. BurrowRush with the mass expansion Hippo Riders. This is more of the style you need to play with mass air in general, but also with Hippo Riders. Just keep expanding until you get the Expo, and just keep hitting, running, and kiting. Like if you're in your base, just kite with Orb of Venom. If you're not in your base, just, you know, do rude things. We do have Orb of Venom now. It is on the DH currently, but he should get one on the Priestess later, or maybe swap it. We got Tinker for blue. Usually the call against Hippo Riders is more of Panda, but Tinker with rockets could be okay. But level 1 rockets is not too good. Level 2 rockets with like the passive is okay-ish. But that's quite a ways away. And BurrowRush just getting some free damage on this Dryad here. But it will survive. Does have 1/1 upgrades. BurrowRush only does not have any upgrades besides the marksmanship. Takes out one bear here. And oh, the anti-air is left on its own. BurrowRush could take it out quickly, but he's going for the Dryads instead on the side. Also not a bad choice. Just take out the Dryads. But he does need to micro these Hippo Riders. He loses one of them. Rockets come in, but do not miss. Rockets are a little bit difficult to land. And with these towers up, like, you're just not going to break Hippo Riders when there's towers up. And that's one of the strengths. Once you actually get towers up at like places like expansions, the Hippo Riders are just so good at kiting, right? Because they have oh, I'm not selecting on a Hippo Rider. 600 range with the improved bows. For some reason I thought it was like 650 or something, but I guess it's 600. Yeah, 600 range air is pretty good, by the way. And Burrow has multiple expos. So we're going to probably see a little bit of a slow game here for the next like minute or two, where air tries to do something and Burrow just kind of camps it out. But then Burrow's just going to quickly jump up to 80 or 100 food of mass air, and I don't think Pit Lord with Cleave is going to do too well against that. We have damage upgrade finally for BurrowRush. No orb yet on the Priestess. Look at this damage. We got Rain of Fire, and BurrowRush actually dodging it. Could have just focused down the Pit Lord potentially. Going for the Tinker instead. Tinker's falling very quickly. DH taking a lot of damage. He has a TP and the staff on him, so he will have to TP out. Has to TP out, but he did do an okay amount of damage, but actually it's not bad for air. The bears are breaking through, and that's one of the things. Like, you don't actually win the first fight. You just need to pick stuff off and then win the next fights, right? But BurrowRush finally taking out the archers, and that'll help a lot. Can he just kite a bit and take out some of the bears? Something like a keeper would have probably been better as a second hero, because your opponent cannot go Dryads too effectively against mass Hippo Riders. So Entangle is always huge, but Priestess, you know, will provide value with the True Shot, of course. But as a third hero Priestess, it may have been better. Also, Orb is still on the DH and not the Priestess, which is not doing Burrow too much favor here. However, he's finally getting some connections on the archers. The Tinker is also super low, gets focused down, will die. It is only a level 1 Tinker, but that does add up. Hippo Riders picked up. Pit Lord's still pretty tanky with the double circlet and has the orb. Burrow needs to heal. Not much healing available. Honestly, he just needs to... Oh, we got a Tree of Life here. Is Air gonna try to take this out and then TP to his Tree of Life there at the top? BurrowRush, all you need to do is stall. What do we got? We got some heal potions. Staff still on the DH, not the Priestess. But BurrowRush should be favored here. He just needs to keep kiting. Keep making this mass air. Maybe add a second Ancient of War soon, so we can have double archers. coming out. And yeah, the expansion survived. It's only mining with 3 currently, but we have 5 mining here. And I mean, when you're mining with, what is that, 13 wisps against 5 wisps, you're kind of in an all right spot gold-wise. So yeah, BurrowRush got a lot of income coming in. He just needs to get that second orb on the priestess, maybe a 3rd hero keeper, or even a Naga with frost arrow instead of orb. But keeper with orb and Entangle would probably be best. Tinker focus down. Staff is on the wrong target. Hits the bear. Tinker falls. And BurrowRush quickly taking out the rest of the anti-air here. There's only going to be the Pit Lord by himself, and the Pit Lord by himself is going to have to get out. He does. He TP's out. Archer's taking some damage. One will fall. And BurrowRush finally buys himself some time. But a wise TP by air. He TP'd to his tree at the top left. Takes out BurrowRush's tree. And finally getting something done. Burrow needs to deto these wisps. Can't give XP to the Pit Lord, or we're going to see a level 6 Pit Lord. Okay, only 1 wisp given. Burrow finally able to heal a bit, but doesn't heal fully. Going straight into fight. I don't know if that's the right call. I guess he wants to take out the wisp, and it's actually going to be decent. Did the mains run out? Yeah, the mains run out. That's why he wants to go here. He knows if air is not mining anything, Burrow still has his expo. Oh my God. Okay. I'll just pretend I didn't see that. You didn't see that either. It's a mannered match. And BurrowRush just doing this damage. The tree's just gone. Was there Nature's Blessing? There was not. It can be a bit expensive at 200 wood, but it would have helped a bit there. Burrow will lose 1 Hippo Rider, but he's still way ahead because he's the one mining. Air has no gold left. 140 gold to work with. He's got his main tree that can walk over. A couple protectors here, but Burrow has an owl spotting this too. Oh, whoops, I misclicked. And Burrow trying to take out some bears here, but nice staff by air. And the Pit Lord is so close to getting Doom. Burrow actually needs to be careful of that because Doom will actually start taking out these Hippo Riders one by one over time. Of course, as long as air is not mining, Burrow will pull ahead because he is still mining. And yeah, Burrow going back to heal finally. Do we see another Orb of Venom? Does he finally get rid of the Ring of Regen and Bone Chimes, or does he keep them for future value potential? I mean, Ring of Regen could be passed to the DH, it wouldn't be bad. But Vampara, he hasn't seen any Hippo Bear from air. Oh, nice pickoffs here. Is he going to go for the tree or the protectors? Goes for the protectors. I think getting the 1 protector is good. The tree will not fall, but doing some damage to it is not bad. But he needs to be careful of taking too much damage from this orb as well, because this tree can still just eat. Burrow wants to just take it out. He's like, if I take this out, maybe he just loses. But does he have enough damage? There's no repair. Air has no wisps. He actually just kills it. He had enough damage to take it out, even without the True Shot or the Endurance Aura. Hippo Riders, by the way. And now Burrow just needs to run around. Just run around, Bolt. We'll lose a Hippo Rider, I think, and that might actually be level 6 here for the Pit Lord in a sec. No, it will escape. There is fountains here, which is very good for mass air strategies. Oh, 1 Hippo Rider left behind, but it will also escape. There's no Dryads to slow it. And air is just without gold. Does he sell items? He does. He has 350 gold now. He can actually buy a Tree of Life. But BurrowRush is going to be mining another 10,000 gold here. Air is just not going to break 6 towers, right? He does have, what is it? You can't even see what level Rain of Fire. Oh, he actually has full Rain of Fire and Howl, no cleave. He retrained, I think. Unless it doesn't show all 3 skills. I'm not sure how this overlay works. So yeah, maybe with Rain of Fire and like a Doom Guard, he can actually take this out. Yeah, BurrowRush is just gonna hit and run. And this is probably the right call. Although I wouldn't hate BurrowRush defending in his base either. Because with Moonwells, your shop, and your trees, you just kind of win with mass air over time. Eventually you get all the bears weak and the opponent has to TP or run away. And that's basically when you win. But I don't hate the base trade either. The reason being is because of this. Like, air is not going to be able to push this if BurrowRush is standing there. He can actually kill it if Burrow is not there, but Burrow will be there to defend later. And yeah, I think BurrowRush is going to be able to win this one. There is level 6 Pit Lord now, but a little too late. Yeah, I think the tower rushes were not really Burrow's style. And also the Tavern Hero Human was not Burrow's style. He continually did the wrong build order. But this this hit and run style, much more in his comfort zone. I think BurrowRush playing Orc might have been the best choice. And yeah, we see a victory here for Burrow. But it was a 3-2 victory for Blue, and he will face Grinchy tomorrow morning at like 9 a.m. So around 12 hours from now.